Musical instruments. Everybody wants to learn one, right? But there's always the question of which one you should buy first. Well, today we're finally going to put all of the debating to rest and we're going to do a tier list. Now, if you didn't know, I so happen to know a couple things about music. I'm actually a singer, songwriter, and music producer. You can find all of my music down in the description below. But anyways, enough talk, let's begin. First up on the list is the accordion. Now, I can't say too much about the accordion because I've never played one myself, but I actually have seen someone else play one and it was pretty dope, so it's gonna go straight to C tier. The bagpipes. If the context is a Scottish funeral, then they're perfect, but outside of that, I can't really see any uses for them, so they're going straight to D tier. Next up, we have the banjo. Before I rank this, nobody come after me, but banjo's a solid A. I know it seems a little strange to put it so high, but you've got to hear me out. Like, when it works, it's so good. Honestly, I'm willing to die on this hill, so we'll just move on. Bass guitar. Straight to S. The bongos. I think the only image that's coming to my head right now are the Donkey Kong bongos. I can't really speak too much for them, so that's got to go D. The cello, also going straight to S. Weird one coming up next with the cowbell. Again, there aren't too many contexts where you find yourself really in need for a cowbell, but when it hits, boy, this is going straight to B. Coming in hot with the drum kit, going straight to S. Acoustic guitar. There doesn't have to be any debate. We all know this is basically the best instrument on planet Earth. Go straight to S. Next up is the electric guitar. I think the thing about electric guitar is when it hits, it really hits, but when it doesn't hit, it is just absolutely dreadful on the ears. And so for that reason, I'm going to put it in A tier. Next up, we have the clarinet. Honestly, the only image coming to my mind right now is Squidward, and I can't say that's a super positive experience, so I'm gonna put it in D. Sorry to all of my clarinet players out there. The harp. The angel's instrument. Again, it's one of those instruments that if used right, it can sound just so clean. I also feel like it's a little underutilized these days and maybe not the most popular, so we're gonna go a solid B. Next up is a harmonica. No, I don't care what anybody is saying. They're too loud, they're too annoying, and basically everybody that thinks they can play one actually can't really play. I'm putting it in D tier and that's where it's gonna die. Maracas. Honestly, I'm okay with them. They'll go C. The accordion's older brother, the piano. You already know, go in S. The violin. Listen, if you're a good violin player, then it sounds so nice, but if you're not, then it just sounds all shaky and unsteady. I know I put the cello pretty high, but something about fretless instruments is just a little unnerving to me, but still, I'm gonna drop it in A. The xylophone. Was I the only person growing up that had a park nearby with a xylophone? I have weirdly too many specific memories of just messing around on that for hours, so I'm gonna put it in C just for that reason. Next up is the trombone. Way too cartoony, going to D. The tuba. Also extremely cartoony. The tambourine, nature's most fun instrument. Gotta go see. All right. Next up is the triangle. Now, I know it's kind of a meme everywhere that it's like, oh, I can play the triangle. But if we're being completely honest, it's vexing. It's not really useful, so it's gonna go in D. The saxophone. It's chill, it's good vibes, and whenever I hear it, I'm always in a good mood, so we'll put it in B. Next up is the ukulele. Just gonna put it in D for now. Next up is the ocarina. I know it's technically an instrument, but I don't think it's really popular enough to mean anything. I played one in like 8th grade once and it wasn't really fun, so it's gonna go in D. The pan flute. Coincidentally, also played in 8th grade and was super fun, so going straight to S. The oboe. I'm kind of expecting nobody to really know what the sound is, but I do because I watched like a niche anime like a year ago. I mean, it was alright, so I'll put it in C. The synthesizer. To me, the synthesizer is basically like breathing. It's one of my favorite things to play with. S tier. And finally, to end off things this time, we have vocals. When they're good, they're S tier. When they're bad, they're D tier. So they'll go in the middle at C. So yeah, that's basically all the instruments I felt like commenting on. If there's one thing to take away from this video, it's probably that I love music.